If your website makes you money, your hosting is either helping your income or sabotaging it. Slow WordPress hosting isn't just annoying, it's expensive. Rocket.net claims to be one of the fastest WordPress hosts on planet Earth. But after digging into the performance data, pricing, and the real world setup, I found something most reviews are not talking about. So is Rocket.net actually worth the cost, or are you overpaying for the speed you don't need? Let's break it down. So Rocket.net is a fully managed WordPress hosting platform that's built specifically for speed, security, and simplicity. Unlike traditional hosting where your website sits on a central server, Rocket.net uses what's called an edge-first architecture that's powered by Cloudflare Enterprise. So what that means is your site isn't just loading from one data center, it's actually delivered from a global network closer to your visitors. The whole goal behind this is lower latency, faster load times, and better global performance. Plus, Rocket.net being a managed host, everything is managed for you. No server setup, no complicated caching plugins, and no manual optimization. So here's what separates Rocket.net from traditional hosting. First of all, it's powered by the Cloudflare Enterprise Network. You get a global CDN that's actually built into the infrastructure. You have enterprise level WAF, you have malware protection, daily backups with one-click restore, staging environments, and you also get WP Rocket. So with most hosts, you'd have to, first of all, buy a CDN, you'd have to configure your caching, install security plugins, and a lot of the times you have to manage backups separately. So with Rocket.net, they bundle everything all into one platform. And truly, it's built for people who don't want to manage things, they just want performance. So let's talk about speed. Independent benchmarks show that Rocket.net delivers roughly 22 millisecond static response time, which is in the 95th percentile. Perfect uptime in benchmark testing, which means your website is up near 100% of the time, and global time to first byte is around 229 milliseconds. These metrics place Rocket.net in the elite tier of managed WordPress hosts. You might be wondering, how can Rocket.net actually achieve this? And the answer is very simple, because Cloudflare Enterprise Edge caching serves content closer to users worldwide instead of forcing every visitor to hit the origin server. So if your audience is global, this matters. But even if it isn't, the benefits of having Cloudflare Enterprise and everything that comes with it is a huge benefit. So when it comes to WordPress hosting, speed gets all the attention, but security is just as important, if not more important. And this is actually one of the areas where Rocket.net stands up. You see, every website is hosted on Rocket.net and it's protected at the infrastructure level, not just through plugins. First of all, it includes a web application firewall, which filters malicious traffic before it even reaches your website. So it blocks common threats like SQL injections, cross-site scripting attacks, and other WordPress vulnerabilities. That's a huge thing. And then there's Cloudflare Enterprise integration. So this gives you enterprise level DDoS protection and intelligent traffic filtering, meaning if someone tries to overwhelm your site with fake traffic, it gets stopped at the network edge. You're not relying on your WordPress install to defend itself. And trust me, there's a lot of bad actors and hackers out there, and you need the security protection. So Rocket.net also includes automated malware scanning, brute force login protection, bot filtering, and real-time threat detection. So instead of stacking multiple security plugins, which can definitely slow down your site, security is handled at the server and edge network level. And on top of that, you get daily automated backups with one-click restore of both your files and your database. So if something happens to go wrong on your website, plugin conflicts, bad updates, or just human error, you can roll back your site in seconds. So for creators and entrepreneurs who rely on their website to actually generate income, this kind of layered protection provides real peace of mind, because it's not just about preventing attacks, it's also about minimizing your downtime and protecting your website revenue. One of the things I like about Rocket.net is how simple and easy the dashboard is to use. First of all, you don't have a cPanel, no confusing server panels, no deploying of any kind. You can actually manage multiple installs, create staging sites, edit files directly inside Rocket.net's file manager, view and edit plugins and themes, update the actual WordPress core and PHP version, clear your cache, restore backups with one click, monitor your performance, and much more. It's actually designed and geared toward the beginner and advanced user alike, which is what you want from your managed hosting provider. So what I'd like to actually do now is hop over to the dashboard so I can show you what it looks like and kind of explain what's going on. All right, guys, so as you can see, this is the dashboard. We're actually in one of my websites here. So if you actually go to the dashboard, what you see is you see a list of your domains. For this rocket.net account, we have 4 domains. You get your basic stats like your sites, your disk usage, your bandwidth, and your visitors. You have your sites, your support down there, along with your platform updates. Just for reference, when I usually ask for support, I use the chat widget here that my camera's covering on the bottom right. They have 24/7 chat support, super responsive, so I don't really feel the need to ever create a ticket unless they ask me to from chat support. Then you have your search bar and your general account, platform, billing, and all that stuff. But we'll hop over to sites. And so if you want to hop into a site, first of all, before we do that, you can see you can create a site here where you'd go through the prompt, creating the name, the label, so choosing your server location. In addition, you'll also create your WordPress admin credentials as well. So your admin email, your password, and then it'll prompt you to change your DNS, but that's the side of the scope of this video. Just know that it's super easy, super convenient with rocket.net, very simple. But if we wanted to take a look at the actual site level options that you have, so you see you have your overview where you have your FTP, SSH, SFTP information, your FTP accounts, your domains, and your site users. So on rocket.net, you have 2 different options. You have site level users and you have account level users. And you can control the site level user from this little area inside your website. Then you have your site activity. You can filter based on time frame, your plugins, themes, file manager, your backups, which is great because you have 3 backups you can manually create every day that just automatically get removed. So if you're updating plugins or updating the core, you want to always back up your site before you do that, you can do it that way. But then also, as an added layer of protection, they also have an automated backup that happens every single day, and these are stored for 14 days. So you can always restore not only the files, but also your database as well. Then you have your logs, reporting, security, and advanced. In the advanced, you can manage your database with phpMyAdmin. Don't encourage it if you don't know what you're doing. That can destroy your website. You do have the command line interface and a bunch of different options at your leisure, but ultimately I feel like the advanced tab is for an advanced user for the most part, or someone that knows how to actually get around it. And then as you can see here, you can change from production to staging, and you clear your cache. It's such an easy experience for somebody to actually leverage the platform. It's very nice. So that's really all I wanted to show you in regards to the screen share, and we'll pop back over to the video. So now I want to talk about pricing. Rocket.net offers managed hosting, agency hosting, and enterprise hosting. Most of you watching this video are going to do fine with managed hosting, but if you have a high traffic blog or a store that does a lot of revenue with a lot of people on your checkout, then enterprise might be best suited for you. Highly encourage you to reach out to the team. They'll point you in the right direction. But to keep things simple for this video, we're gonna just look at managed hosting plans only. With the managed hosting plan from Rocket, you have 4 pricing options, which we're gonna discuss in a minute. But these plans, they can be paid monthly or annually. When you pay annually, you get 2 months free, which is great if you wanna save money. As of this recording, Rocket.net is actually running a special promo, getting you any of their plans for only $1 for the first month. I have a link down below. You can click that and get that for $1 for the first month. Just so you know, all plans include unmetered traffic, enterprise CDN powered by Cloudflare, security, backups, and free migration. So if you're migrating from another host, they can help you do that free of charge. So now let's actually look at the plans. So the first plan is the starter plan. It costs $30 monthly, and it's designed for smaller websites, blogs, or new businesses that are just getting started. The starter plan provides 1 WordPress website, and it provides enough resources to handle moderate traffic levels. You know, despite being the most affordable plan, users still receive access to Rocket.net's full infrastructure, including global edge network, enterprise level security, and daily backups. So as I mentioned, WordPress installs 1, traffic's unmetered, storage capped at 10 gigs, bandwidth 50 gigs. Now we'll talk about the Pro. So Pro is $60 a month, and it's designed for growing websites that need more resources and flexibility. It's a common choice for creators, small businesses, or entrepreneurs managing more than 1 site. You have 3 different installs you can do, so that means 3 websites on this plan. Your traffic's unmetered, your storage is 20 gigs, and your bandwidth is 100 gigabytes. So the business plan, now we're getting up there in the tier here. It's $100 a month, and it's aimed at established websites that not only receive consistent traffic, but they actually require a little bit more robust hosting resources. So this plan is often used by agencies, online businesses, and larger content sites that need reliable performance, but also scalability while maintaining the convenience of a fully managed hosting platform. So with this plan, you have 10 WordPress websites you can install, still unmetered traffic with 40 gigs of storage and 300 gigabytes of bandwidth. Last but not least, we have the Expert plan, which is $200 a month, and it's designed for agencies, developers, or businesses that manage multiple high traffic websites. It supports a significantly larger number of WordPress installs at 25 websites, and it offers expanded visitor limits and storage capacity. WordPress installs, 25 as mentioned, unmetered traffic, 50 gig storage, and 500 gigabytes bandwidth. Here's my honest take on Rocket.net in 2026. Is it one of the fastest WordPress hosts available? Yes, it surely is. The edge-first architecture, Cloudflare enterprise integration, and performance benchmarks clearly put it in the top tier. But what you're really paying for isn't just speed. As I mentioned, speed is great, but so is simplicity, so is security, and so is paying for not having to think about your hosting. We're not stacking plugins here, which destroys your sites, puts you at risk. We're not configuring CDNs. We're not worrying about DDoS attacks, brute force attacks, malware, or we don't have any panic during traffic spikes. For serious creators, course sellers, agencies, and online businesses, that peace of mind really does matter. If your website is part of your income engine, this level of infrastructure really makes sense. And at the same time, if you're just starting out, not monetized yet, it's probably overkill. But I will say this, I still think that if you can afford the $30 a month plan, it is the right move to make. And I'm not saying that because we make commission if you sign up. I'm saying that because starting out from where you want to be is always a better choice. I started with hosting on GoDaddy many years ago, and I had to buy an SSL certificate. It wasn't working correctly. It wasn't consistent. There's so many issues that you get from paying for a cheap host that if you can swing the price, it's well worth it. And if you do decide Rocket.net is the right move to make for you and your business or your brand, I've put a direct link in the description. I just want to be upfront. It is an affiliate link, which means we do earn a commission if you sign up at no extra cost to you, by the way. But that commission helps us support the channel, and it allows us to keep creating in-depth reviews like this. So if you found this helpful and you're going to try Rocket.net anyway, I'd appreciate you using the link. And if not, that's totally fine as well. And by the way, don't forget to hit that like button if you found this helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.